Welcome to First Brown Pick, guys. Week 10. We got Chace here today, you guys. He's actually here after harassing him for 10 weeks.
In the flesh.
Welcome, Chace. How are you doing? Did you watch football this weekend?
I watched more than you did.
He about to be fired already. And
Hey, this is my first and last show. Let's go out with a bang.
Make it a great one.
Yep.
Okay, who do you want to start with? Who you got on yours? Who you want to start with?
I mean, we start in week 10. We got to start with the first game. We got to start with
Thursday night football.
Thursday night game.
My boys, finally.
Who your boys?
So sick of y'all. Y'all finally did something.
The Ravens your boys?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How did you know that?
I did.
The Ravens are my boys. Lamar, I seen you out there.
Baltimore won 35-34. Cincinnati went for a 2-point conversion. Missed a 2-point conversion. Chace. Shout out to Jamar.
Boy was going off.
264, 3 touchdowns, 55 points in fantasy against me this week. So I do have to hold the L, even though we in the same boat. We both holding L's. So yeah, shout out to Joe Chace. Joe Chace had 428 on the leaderboard. It was a good game. I don't want to say a good game. It was a great game. Every time they matched up this year, they have done their thing. What did you think about the game? Did you watch the game?
Of the fourth quarter that I did watch, guys, I did watch it. I watched the second half of the game because I was busy the first. However, Joe, love you so much. I wish you had your team is good. I don't know, maybe it's the play calling or something that, made y'all lose because y'all didn't have to go for what y'all went for. When y'all went for it, and I don't want to say my team be cheating. I ain't gonna put them on my list yet. However, they did miss at least three flags on Thursday night in that last play. They did. I saw them all. But y'all ain't cheating. It just, the refs just didn't see it. The refs just didn't see it. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Love you, Joe. Love you, Lamar. Jamar, Chace. You good, boy. You real good. Next game.
So he's on franchise tag this year.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So he did the smart thing. He put out he took out an insurance claim on his body for $50 million. But he is definitely going to reset the market come next offseason. So shout out to Jamar. Shout out to Lamar.
Ignore the mic, y'all. I don't know what it's doing today. It will not stay still.
Is it nervous?
We got to get production together. I don't know what they doing back here. But
shout out to the production team.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Stop knocking the mic over.
Man. Negative Nancy over here. Next game.
How about them Cowboys?
Wow. It's the last team we can talk about.
How about them Cowboys? Ye MF and Hall. How about them Cowboys? Y'all, did y'all do anything? Y'all had 6, right? Y'all had a little touchdown, a little TD.
Are you still ball?
What is that? Is that ad-lib?
Are you still ball?
He made a sound.
Oh, he made a sound. Like a DJ board?
Yes.
Hit a button?
Yeah.
That's funny. We need to make some more of them.
We need a few of them,
Yeah, we need a few of these.
But Cowboys, I can't believe y'all. I told y'all last week that Philly was going to beat y'all this week, but this bad is crazy. 34-6. And don't say it's because we didn't have Dez. Our secondary is trash. Y'all a football team, one of the richest franchises in the NFL, and you telling me y'all don't know how to build y'all first, second, third, whatever y'all got going on? I don't really know. Y'all just know I just like talking SHIT about the Cowboys. My camera froze. Let's wait. How about them boys? I'm going to just keep saying it. What did you think about that game? Don't say nothing crazy.
I mean, Dallas didn't have their starting quarterback, and it showed. Cooper Rush is a secondary quarterback for a reason. It showed. It's bad. 30-46. Philly controlled the game throughout. It was just poor performance from the Cowboys. It didn't even look like the Cowboys of the past. Usually, if they do start declining, it's usually in the playoffs. But for them to have a lackluster year, it is disappointing because of all the pieces that they re-signed and contracts coming up. It's going to look like a new team next year. So, yeah, Eagles came in, um, walked in the trap.
Took over their trap.
Yeah, tight. Saquon had 14 carries for 66 yards. AJ Brown 5 receptions for over 100. Jalen Hurts doing what he has to do. He was 70% completion rate, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. As much as people try to find holes in the Philly team, they still get it done. They're 7-2, first in the NFC East, 4-1 away. And and after the Commanders losing this week they're one game ahead. So shout out to the Eagles, Cowboys. It looks like they're getting ready for the offseason. Cancun on 3.
1, 2, 3. Cancun.
Yeah, looking pretty bad. Hopefully they can turn around, but it's week 10, so.
A game that I have 2 games that I really want to talk about today, which is going to be like the main focus of today, other than the Cowboys losing, and the Chiefs still being cheaters, is the actually Dallas Philly was one of the ones, but the main one is Saturday night, Sunday night football, the Texans versus the Lions. That was the craziest second half this whole season. Like, how many picks? And it was it was 5 and 1/4, 6 and 1/4.
It was 5 3/4.
No. I'm talking about not like from both teams, because they went back and forth in the third quarter for a while.
4 1/3, 7 overall.
4 1/3. So yeah, that was crazy. 26-23 by a field goal. The first off, Texans. What were you the y'all kicker? I don't even know his name. What was you aiming at? And don't say it was the wind. I understand the dome was open, but it wasn't windy in Houston last night. I went outside. So I don't know what you was aiming for. The Lions kicker, Jake, welcome home, buddy. I actually thought the Texans were going to win, but you had a 52-yarder and then a 58-yarder. I want to say those were both in the fourth. I think they were. Point is, it wasn't even by inches. It was by centimeters. Like, bro, this is the pole. This was the ball. That is crazy. I'm still blown away. Like, I literally was watching that game last night, like, blown away. Did you watch it? Oh, that's his team. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the Lions. Took care of business. Jared Goff, starting quarterback on my fantasy team. That's all I had to say. Took care of business for your team, but you didn't take care of business for mine. Still had 2 touchdowns. He had 5 picks, 15 of 30, so 50%. So this is definitely his worst game of the season. Texans, they had control of the game for the most part. They didn't score any points in the second half. So that was the biggest, obviously the biggest disappointment for the game. And they opened up the second half of the pick on the first play from CJ. There's just a lot of things that went right for the Lions in the second half and went wrong for the Texans, especially with us being in the red zone the first half, and we were able to only settle for field goals and not touchdowns, and that kind of bit us in the butt in the back end. So there's a lot of things that we do have to figure out from the injury standpoint, not having our top 2 receivers in Nico and Stephon.
I thought Nico was off injured reserve.
He's off injured reserve. He was supposed to play, but they had called him inactive right before the game. So not having your number 1 deep threat is a big kicker, but they did attack Terrion Arnold, the rookie for the Lions, who has the most penalties in regards of PI this season for the Lions. But the Lions adjusted. They adjusted to what the Texans were throwing at them on the defensive side, and they still make plays. And it's a great game. Even though we lost, it just shows that if we have all of our pieces at the end of the season, we're a couple of calls away from being still one of the top 5 teams in the NFL. So yeah, bad loss this week, but hopefully we can bounce back and still finish out the season, win the division, and get a good position in the playoffs.
Yes.
Also,
hold on, just wait. Just
sorry.
wait a minute.
I'm
Texans
sorry.
are not a second half team. They haven't been all season. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but I have their second half possessions. I got it written out. The second half possessions was interception, punt, missed field goal.
Okay, look, this is the first game in the last 11 games that the Texans have lost when they're up by 10 points at half. They were undefeated before that, so this is the first game. So this is unknown territory since last season. So if you want to pull out stats, I'm going to have them for you as well. So this is something that we ain't never done, but we'll bounce back and we'll get it together. Next game.
Next game, yes, because they play, hello, how about them Cowboys? They play Dallas, and I'll be reporting from Dallas. I'm going to be there. I'm in there, because y'all already know I got to go and taunt all of Dallas fans. I can't wait.
You got to go on what?
Taunt, is that the word? Taunt, T-A-U, I don't know how to spell. I got to mess with them. I got to, fuck with them. Taunt? Is that how you say it?
Sure.
How do you say it?
I don't say it like that.
I'm country. Ignore them.
Taunt.
How do you say it then, Chace?
Let me get a shirt and say it. Taunt.
Taunt. How do you say it?
Taunt.
Is that not what I said? Dave, is that not what I said?
I mean, I know what the intention of it was.
Intentionally, you was trying to go for taunt.
Taunt.
You taunt.
Taunt.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Say it slow.
Say it one more time.
No, say it a little bit slow.
Taunt.
Yeah.
How do you say it one more time?
You and Lo need to have a show.
Can you say it one more time?
Nah, it's okay. You ain't
gonna Taunt.
Man, that sounds like
Taunt.
That sounds like it hurts you.
Taunt.
Stop.
You going to the honky tonk?
Yeah.
We're going to the honky tonk in Dallas, because Dallas, please don't pick next week to piss me off. Don't do it. You don't want to do it. Y'all don't want to do it, please. I gotta get a jersey for next week. Drop below who jersey I think I should get for the Texans. Actually, no, never mind. I got a custom fit. Next game. Did you have something else to say about your team? I'm sorry.
We still number 1 in the AFC South. We're your team, man.
And they still Super Bowl contenders. Like I said from the beginning, the Ravens. I'm not gonna keep going over this with you.
Be more. Lamar. I ain't got nothing.
I think all of us should go to a game.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about Lamar.
Never mind. I can't even discuss it because I already know what you're about to say.
What you mean?
Oh, I thought you was going to say something. Because I was going to say we should all go to a game, and I thought you was going to say they come in here. Because they are, but I don't want to hear it because I won't be here.
I won't be in time either. So.
Oh, okay. I feel better.
Nobody's going
Christmas.
to that game.
No, a lot of people's going to that game.
Not Chace. Yeah.
Not first brown pick.
First round pick will not be in the house.
First brown pick will be in South Carolina.
Wow.
For family. Because Christmas. Happy holidays. So yeah, let's move on. I know for a fact that you wanted to talk about Russell today because he's won, what did you say, 3 games in a row?
Yes, he is 3-0 as a starter for the Steelers. They are arguably in the toughest conference with them being with the Ravens. The Bengals, even though they look bad on their record, they have lost a lot of one-point games this year. And then on the back end, you have the Browns. Browns are dismantled by injuries, with Deshaun being out with the torn Achilles. But with all that being said, the media speculating how the Steelers would respond to having 2 quarterbacks and trying to kind of disbar them together. Justin Fields started the season out 4-2. Russell came back in, hasn't missed a beat. Commanders were the top team in the NFC. Was that NFC North? Sorry, I think the NFC North. No, that's not the NFC North. The NFC East. Excuse me, NFC East with the Commanders and Jaden Daniels. Biggest takeaway that I did see was the Commanders didn't score anything in the fourth quarter. Steelers did get one touchdown, and that was the touchdown to Mike Williams in the back corner. Russell Wilson has resurged his career with the Steelers. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Always going to support. I think this is going to be year 18, I believe, for him as the coach. I don't know how many consecutive years that he's had as coach as a winning record, but he has not had a losing record since he's been their coach at the Pittsburgh with the Steelers. So yeah, they came away with the victory, away game as well. So that was a big win for them, and yeah, shout out to the Steelers.
Yeah, them. There was another team I wanted to talk about because let me find out the Saints winning a game. What?
Who that nation?
The Saints won a game? That's crazy.
Against
Against Cowboy Kirko? Who are y'all?
That's your second favorite team.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We didn't. No.
We talked about this.
And I said Atlanta was in the top 5.
Yeah, but you love Kirk though.
I love Cowboy Kirko.
That's his name?
That's what they calling him right now.
Oh, wow.
I didn't come up with that. Please don't sue me. But yeah, talk about that game. I didn't watch that game because I obviously thought Atlanta was gonna win. Don't know what happened. It was in Atlanta, was it not?
It was in New Orleans.
Well,
yeah, New Orleans came away with the victory, 20-17. The addition of Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the Saints was huge for Derek Carr, gave him a deep threat. Bijan Robinson on the Atlanta side, he did his thing per usual, had 20 carries, 116 for 2 tuds. That was the only offense that they had. They did have, who was their wide receiver? That's off the tip of my name right now. I cannot think. Anyway, long story short, Atlanta lost. New Orleans won with the interim coach. So anytime that they're able to get rid of a coach and they are trying to fill that void, and they won, and they were on a 7-game losing streak. They snapped that. Anytime New Orleans wins, it's good for the city. It's good for the state. So yeah, shout out to the Saints, especially starting out hot and they went cold.
is this their first game winning?
No, they are.
I didn't know. I haven't heard them with a W in a while. Did they win like first week or something?
They won the first 2 weeks, and then they lost the last 7 games. So they had last 2 months they've been losing, but they got back on the winning side of things. So
congratulations, our Super Bowl hosters. Let's talk about just real quick, because I don't let it stay on them too long. But Kansas City, y'all still cheating. 16-14. How was it always that way? How was it always give Mahomes the ball, whatever? And everybody already got them winning next week, so they're gonna be undefeated again. There's no way the Bills can beat them. And apparently, nobody can beat them.
I don't know about that.
I haven't seen. Let me look at their schedule actually, because I haven't.
So they will be in Buffalo. All right, so we'll be in the away game.
I don't think they're gonna win. I mean, lose that though.
I mean, I just don't like how you don't appreciate greatness.
Oh, they play the Texans. I hope they don't tear them up.
Belt to ass.
They are. They in Arrowhead that day. I see that now.
Yeah. Belt to ass. But
the rest of their schedule is.
Let's circle back.
Okay.
Let's circle back.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation. Quick
About
conversation.
who?
About the Chiefs and why you don't like the Chiefs. Like, how can you not appreciate greatness? What's going on?
They be cheating.
How are they cheating?
Wait, did you see? I got a text message right here. My daddy sent it to me earlier. Shout out to Kevin. It's something that said, apparently I text people all day. Kansas City Chiefs star quarterback Patrick Mahomes was caught on a CBS hot mic asking a ref if they can let him know when a defender gets close to him or his right tackle. I'm just telling you what it say. Do I believe it? I don't know. Probably.
He said
but,
I mean, what they got to do with him cheating?
He be be cheating. There's no reason for you to be talking to the refs like that.
So if you win in it, like
no, there's no reason for you to be. Other teams did that. It would be scolding because he fucking Patrick Mahomes. Nigga, not Tom Brady. I'm so sorry. He is not Tom Brady.
you ain't living right if you ain't got haters. And the Kansas City Chiefs for sure got a hater in first round pick.
No.
So no, I want to hear it. So Kansas City, if y'all see this, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce.
Send me a jersey.
No.
I'm gonna wear it.
Shout out to y'all, 9-0. Doing y'all thing. Back-to-back champions. They have been killing Patrick Mahomes for his stats this year, but at the end of the day, he's still getting the job done. So it's hard to do what they're doing right now. And somebody just don't appreciate greatness because she's never lived in it. So
I am great. I am great. Okay. I don't gotta live in it because I am it.
Okay.
Blessed and highly favored.
Shout out to First Brown Brick for being blessed and highly favored. But you need to stop hating on the Cowboys.
You want me to stop hating on the Cowboys too?
I ain't saying nothing about the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Cowboys is 3-6 for a reason. Asperger. But that being said, Adam Schefter did say earlier that Taylor Swift will not be in attendance for this game because she has to be in Canada. And so every time that she's been in attendance, they have won. So if they do lose, just know that might have to be a reason.
It's Taylor's fault.
Yeah, you got to blame it on somebody.
And you know what? I'm fine with that.
I don't like the Swifties, but I like the Chiefs.
I don't like the Swifties either. Love you, Megan. It's my best friend. She's diehard, but she know how I feel. So yeah, Chiefs still be cheating. That's all I got to say. There's a lot of teams on my cheating list, but I'm not going to sit here and name them all because it's going to be half the NFL. Really, it'd be the refs. All these flags is crazy. Penalty. Let's talk about Monday Night Football. The Rams play Tua. Okay, the Dolphins, not just Tua. Sorry. Rams versus Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua is crazy.
That's what I'm calling him.
Wow.
So yeah, the Rams versus him. Just ignore all that. Who y'all think gonna win?
My Hawk Tua.
Like the Hawk.
Y'all don't think CTESPN gonna win?
CTESPN is crazy. Bro. You started with Hawk Tua with CTESPN second in it. Oh, it's crazy.
Is this bad?
Just expect Antonio Brown to be in your comments for sure.
Which is fine. You came up with it, my boy. I think I got CTESPN. I be forgetting a lot of stuff.
The egg is scrambled over there.
Ooh.
Egg is scrambled. Yeah, so Dolphins are traveling to LA. Rams are 4-4. Mm-hmm. They are 3-1 at home. The Dolphins are 1-3 away. 2-6. Obviously, Tua has been out most of the season. He got back last week. Had a good game. They weren't able to pull it out. Tyreek is going to be questionable. They say he's going to be a game-time decision for the game, so that is going to be a big factor for the Dolphins. If not, then expect Jalen Waddle to be the number one target. Outside of that, who you got? You got friends on both sides, right?
So I think I'm gonna go for the Rams because they got Cooper and they got Puka. They got both of them, and they're really good. They also got Kyron, and then they got some defenders as well that should do good. So I got the Rams winning tonight. Actually,
I can't go against the Rams. Only reason I don't want to go against them is because of Matthew Stafford. On the season right now, he has close to 2,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. But as you can see from this season, he's been pulling out a lot of games at the end of the game, last possessions, Stafford Magic. Year 6, I think he's year 16 in the league. So yeah, I can't go against him. But the Dolphins are their backs are against the ropes. This is a basically win it game. If they don't win it, it's going to be an uphill battle, even more so for them to get into the playoffs. So They will be in desperate mode. So I do see it being a shootout tonight. So it can go either way. But I do have, if it does become a shootout, if Puka, if Cooper Cup, my number one receiver on my fantasy team, shows out like they do, then I have them winning. But it will be down to one possession. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing something
You got
completely
thoughts?
different. I don't really have any thoughts. I already told y'all who I think is going to win the game. I think there's going to be a few sacks, of course, against the Dolphins against Tua, and I think there's also going to be a pick or two. Who knows? However, like I just said, I think the Rams going to win. That's all it is. Miami is so far away from LA. They just traveled in time, literally.
I'll agree with that.
So yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today? Because that's all I had for today. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
We're not going over the rest of the games.
We can.
Look, so I'm gonna shout out to the Cardinals. Shout out, they beat the Jets 31-6. Jets were an early favorite for me at the beginning of the season. They just been dismal. But shout out to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray he was 22 of 24, 266 and a touchdown. James Conner did his thing, 5 receptions for 80 yards. You can see the Jets are shelled themselves. They have to figure some stuff out, but the Cardinals are number one in their division. And in their division, if I'm not mistaken, we got the Cardinals, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, which a couple of years ago was one of the toughest divisions in the league. And team for team, the fact that they're number one and they lost a lot of pieces in the offseason, they had to recoup, just shows that Kyler Murray is doing his thing. So shout out to Kyler Murray. Texas legend, high school Texas legend. So I definitely got to shout him out every time he does good. Marvin Harrison. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm talking about your favorite city that you haven't visited yet.
What is it? Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Chicago lost to the Patriots. Yeah, 19-3. It's been 23 drives since the Bears have scored a touchdown. And the last time they scored a touchdown was the game against the Commanders where they lost on the Hail Mary. And we all remember that. But
that was a game, boy.
Yeah, everything is from the Chicago exec says on the table. So looks like they're not doing so good. Drake May is doing well as a rookie coming in and filling in for the Patriots. So yeah, Bears are 4-5, not looking fine. Got the Bills. Bills won 30-20 against the Colts. They're 8-2 on the season. Obviously number one in their division. I'm trying to think, do we go all over the games? 49ers. 49ers beat the Buccaneers. You want to talk about your 49ers?
Love y'all.
What do you love about them?
Christian McCaffrey. He's playing this week, I think. Also Purdy. Love Purdy. That's about it. That's Michaela's team. You guys haven't met Michaela yet, but you will. Michaela and the 49ers. So, yeah. Proud of them. Always. Michaela is 1stBrownPick's best friend. If y'all didn't know.
Eh. Shout out to the Vikings. Vikings won 12-7. Yep. Type shit. Got the Chargers winning at home against the Titans 27-17. The Chargers are 6-3 on the season. The Vikings are 7-2. So everybody is starting to ramp up for December. December is going to be the decision maker on who wins division, who gets first round buys, and who makes playoffs. And so everybody's getting ready for that. It's going to be a
nail biter.
We got 8 weeks left in the regular season. We're going to start out by going over our picks for week 11. Thursday night game. It's going to be a NFC Classic. You got the number one versus the number two. You got the Washington Commanders traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jaden Daniels versus Jalen Hurts. You got
Um, I am gonna say Philly, but I don't know. I'm not confident about the answer, you guys. But Philly
not
next.
confident, but I
I'm
can't
sorry.
put
Go
my
ahead.
pick
I'm
in.
sorry. Are you gonna say Philly?
And if I did,
Go ahead.
just forget my pick, guys. I don't have a pick this week.
What? No.
Obviously,
Who you gonna pick?
I got the Commanders just because you didn't want to give me a pick.
Not surprising. Next.
We'll revisit this. Next game, 12 o'clock slate. We got how many games? We got
A lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games at the 12 o'clock slate. We're gonna start with the Packers traveling to the Bears. Who you got?
Packers.
I have the Packers as well. Jordan Love has been having a great season. He's had a lot of turnovers, but that young team, they've been on fire and on all cylinders. And obviously, we just talked about the Bears. They kind of just been underwhelming. So I don't see them turning around no time soon. So yeah, Packers over the Bears. Next game at 12 o'clock, we got the Jaguars traveling to the 8-1 number one team in the NFC, the
Lions.
Detroit Lions. That's who you got.
Mm-hmm.
Even with
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff throwing 5 picks last game.
I got the
Over-
Lions. The
over-
Lions have been
over
doing
Over
good.
Sunshine?
Over. Oh, Sunshine. I
You
miss
tripping.
you at Clemson.
You tripping.
I miss you there, buddy.
Shit.
They miss you too. Cause But yeah, I got the Lions.
I can't go against that as well. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The pudding. How you say it?
Why is that a thing?
say
Proof
pudding.
is in the pudding. Pudding.
Pudding?
Pudding.
Wow.
Pudding?
You struggle with that word.
Pudding. Pudding. Taunt. Pudding.
Don't go back to that. You should have left that word. Leave that word alone. I told you.
Okay, next game. Whatever.
You are 0-2 a word today. All right, next one. Vikings traveling to the Titans.
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. Easy. We got the Raiders traveling to Miami.
I think I got Miami that game.
I actually got the Raiders on this one.
The Raiders, really?
Yeah.
What are they?
They're 2-7, but the Dolphins are 2-6. The Dolphins are 1-3 at home. The Raiders are 1-4 away. I don't know. It's just one of those trap games they call. Like you're expecting to do good, but I already feel like the Raiders can pull something out. So yeah, I do. Because you also got to think it's going to be a short week for them.
For the Dolphins.
Yeah, they're playing tonight, so they'll probably get either tomorrow or Wednesday off, and then they have to get ready for the Raiders to come in town. They're both hungry. They're both gritty, but yeah, I got the Raiders upsetting the Dolphins at home. Next game after that, we have the Rams and the Patriots. Rams are traveling up to the Patriots. Forecast has a clear skies at 55 degrees.
Crispy.
Drop balls.
What you thinking?
I got the Rams.
Bet you do. All right. Rams it is.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
You are crazy.
Next game, we got the Browns and the Saints.
Oh, we're not doing it for Little Saint. Actually, where they playing at?
They're playing in New Orleans.
I actually think I got the Browns. I'm sorry. I can't.
Shout out to Alvin Kamara as well. Alvin Kamara is he's the leading person in all-time touchdowns, I believe, all-time purpose yards. There were a couple of more stats that he passed this week, but basically he is their number one in New Orleans. He's been a Mr. Consistent there. 167 carries on the season, 715 yards and 6 touchdowns. And he has 51 receptions with 421 yards and 1 touchdown for the season. So for him to be the leading rusher and the leading receiver for the Saints, take my hat off to him. Shout out. You deserve that extension. I got the Saints winning at home. And Jameis Winston that the Browns trust, but I do not trust crab leg Jameis.
Crab leg is crazy.
Well, that's what it was. That's what it looked like.
All right.
All right, next game. Colts and Jets. Who you got?
What are they playing at?
They playing in New York, midlife. You got Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco.
You don't know Aaron Rodgers, remember?
I do know Aaron. Please don't talk. He's got that other boy with him now. What's his name?
Devontae.
Him. He be looking blowed every game, y'all. Like, hopefully, I'm going to Jets because I want them to win. Did they win this week? They didn't. I want them to win the game with Devontae, please.
I got the Jets bouncing back this week against the Colts. Next 12 o'clock game. Probably the only game you'll probably watch because you know you only watch one a week.
I watched 3 Thursday, one good Sunday, one good Monday.
The games that you watch, the amount of time that you watch it, if you put it all together, it equals one game.
Okay, I'm gonna get
3 games.
I'm gonna put all the games on my TV. I'm gonna split it in 4. What's the thing? YouTube Pass, whatever. I'm gonna get it.
All right, you got the Ravens.
Ravens.
They're going against the Steelers.
Ravens.
The Steelers got a better record than the Ravens, and they're going to Pittsburgh. Still Curry.
Yes, I have.
Ravens.
Did we do the recap from your last picks?
We did. That's fine then. I'm going with the Steelers.
Because I did better.
I'm not even going to go for the fact that
I was keeping up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going with the Steelers. The determining factor for my decision of going against her was the Steelers defense against Lamar's legs. They always have a couple of quarterback spies for him, and they match up very well. And Mike Tomlin respects Lamar Jackson enough to know that he can beat him both ways. So he will have his team ready, and I feel like they will upset the Ravens, especially after having the game that they had against Cincinnati and Joe Burrow exposing them. So, yeah, I got the Steelers over the Ravens. We'll revisit that as well.
Ravens.
Heard. 305 games. We got the Falcons versus the Broncos.
Cowboy Kirko.
All right. I got Sean Payton beating the Falcons.
All right.
Yep.
Next.
Seahawks and 49ers.
49ers.
I'm going with the 49ers.
Easy.
Geno Smith has been up and down. He's been putting up a lot of big numbers. I think he was number 1 or number 2 in yards. He has 2560. But he has definitely been inconsistent. He has 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And with them getting Christian McCaffrey back, I believe that they'll be able to put it together. And Seahawks are traveling to San Francisco. So going with the 49ers. The 325 game that everybody's going to be watching. You got the 9-0 Chiefs versus the 8-2 Bills.
Bills.
Going with Chiefs. Can't go against
Mahomes.
Until somebody proves me different.
Hopefully the Bills do it.
It's going to be a classic game. I feel like Josh Allen, the last game that they have, he did not play up to his standard. So I think it'll be down to the last possession, but I do have the Chiefs winning, per usual. 720 game.
Boring.
You have 2 games at the evening slate. You got the Bengals traveling to the Chargers.
No, we don't. What's the other team?
The Cowboys and the Texans.
That's a Monday night game.
Oh, that's a Monday night. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me, everybody. You got one game, 7:20, Bengals and Chargers on Sunday.
Chargers.
Going with the Bengals.
Oh.
Sorry. You probably go with the Bengals.
I'm going to go with the Chargers just because.
Looking at the stats.
What is obvious? Okay, whatever. Go ahead. Finish it off.
She don't go with anything LA.
Anything LA.
Yeah, we get into the end of this episode. Going with the Bengals. Looking at the stats, Joe Burrow is actually number 1 in yards. He has 2,672.
Oh, baby Joe, I forgot.
24 touchdowns.
Can I change my answer?
24 touchdowns, 4 picks on the season. So even though they have a losing record, he's putting up crazy numbers. Jamar Chace is putting up stupid numbers. He has 66 receptions, 981 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
Oh. Can I change my answer?
Nope. You went against them. Stay with it. I'm going with the Bengals.
I love you, Joe.
And the Monday night game. Monday night game, Texans and Cowboys. Texans.
Let's go Texans, because if the Cowboys beat y'all, I promise you, I promise, I will come to the NRG Stadium myself.
Either way, Texas wins either way.
No.
No. Texans,
Nice
Texans,
job.
baby.
Texans on there.
Texas with the end.
So,
I see y'all in Dallas next week. Happy Veterans Day, by the way. But
Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to everybody that has served, who is currently serving. We appreciate y'all services, and yeah, putting y'all's life on the line day by day. It's much appreciated. Thank y'all.
all that. Anything else you want to discuss today? Okay, great. How about them Cowboys? But so yeah. Thanks for tuning in to week 10 with Chace right here. He'll be back eventually. Don't make the face.
She said this was my first and last episode
He
before
did.
we got on today. So I want to thank everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all having me on. This was fun while I lasted. So yeah, shout out.
He'll be back. Yeah, I'm not even about to fuss with him today. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next week in Dallas. Go Texans.